The Hong Kong and Shanghai banking company, that's a good go-to example of a transnational business. You might also think of the United States Fruit Company, which owned a lot of farmland in Latin America, owned a lot of railroads in Central America, and shipping lines from Central America to bring back things like bananas that America's really liked by the year 1900. Transnational corporations. Our very last topic, we're going to go through this quickly because you just got to it today, global migrations. Let's remember this story too. There's a map of some global migrations. What makes migrations easier in this time period than ever before? Yeah, we got all these new technologies that make migration much cheaper and much faster. Across the Atlantic Ocean in 2 weeks or less for an affordable price, even for poor people. The steamship lines. Global empires facilitate migration. Remember, all those global migrants were often moving within a single empire. You could go from India, for example, to South Africa without ever crossing an international boundary because they were all part of the British Empire. So legally, it was much easier to move around the world inside these massive empires. That's why we found people like this Indian family here living in South Africa in the 1880s. A lot more movement. Pull factors for migrations. We saw this a little bit today. Why are people moving? Jobs. And there's a big market for manual labor in a lot of parts of the world. Railroad building everywhere. Mining, especially in, what were some places people moved to work in mines? South Africa, the gold mines and diamond mines of South Africa, the gold mines of Australia, the tin mines of the Malay states, the gold mines in California, the copper mines in Peru. All of those are places that people went to work as manual laborers. And plantation agriculture, of course, is still a thing. And especially with the end of slavery, you need lots of plantation laborers. In the Malay states, anyone get there yet? What were they growing in plantations there? Rubber, and also palm oil. You need a lot of laborers. And remember, a lot of those laborers moved around as indentured servants. And remember, if you got there today, that a lot of times that when they arrived in a new land, these people would kind of find each other. Indians would find the other Indians. The Chinese would find the other Chinese. And they'd form these things that, in this era, we call migrant enclaves. Like the city of Penang in Malaysia, present-day Malaysia, which had sizable Chinese and Indian communities. I took this photo myself of this Hindu temple there in Penang, a little sizable migrant enclave of Tamil people. Go ahead.
How are migrant enclaves different from diasporic?
I was wondering if anyone would ask that. They're not. They're kind of the same thing.
What was the question?
How are diasporic communities that we learn about in the post-classical era different from migrant enclaves? They're really not. They're kind of the same thing. I guess the only difference, Isabella, is maybe you'd stay in a migrant enclave more and go back, but you do that in diasporic community too. I don't know why they use these two different terms for the same thing in two different eras. Good thinking. Remember that not all migrants stayed in their destinations. Sometimes seasonal migrants, like these golondrinas. Some of you found these guys today. Italians who worked on Argentinian farms in the southern hemisphere and in Italy in the northern hemisphere. These are people who go back and forth, Italy to Argentina to Italy every year. Because, neat trick, when it's summer in Italy and there's lots of farm work there, it's winter in Argentina. But when it's winter in Italy in the northern hemisphere, what season is it in Argentina? Summer. And you can go there and work on the farms there during the busy time of the year and make plenty of money. And remember, indentured servants also sometimes returned home after their term of service. We don't know the story of this guy we've been looking at here in British Guiana on this sugar plantation, but there's a good chance he would have made his money and gone back to India at the end of his term of service. Or maybe he would have stayed, because after all, 1 out of every 3 Guianans today in South America have Indian ancestry. Did you know that? It's a very Indian place, Guyana is. Yeah. Effects of migration? Well, sometimes there was a backlash, a xenophobic, racist backlash against migrants. And they were like, we need to keep them out and build a wall. No, wait, that's now. We need to make laws to keep the immigrants out. And so laws were passed, like the Chinese Exclusion Act in the United States, saying that we don't want these workers from China, keep them out, they're not white. Or the White Australia policy that the Australian government enacted, saying we don't want anyone moving to Australia who's not white. So that's maybe definitely a backlash against a lot of migration. And there was more urbanization. Migrants tended to settle in a lot of cases in cities when they arrived, where they were going. Quick, can you name me a city where a lot of migrants settled? Seattle was one. Johannesburg in South Africa was another. New York City, another example of urbanization. There's Johannesburg. Hey, it's 4:40. I said we'd be done by 4:40. Yeah. Bye. Very good. Second era. Thank you.